Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've noticed that the AFC East is shaping up to be even more competitive than we expected. And the Bills, of course, are right at the center of all this action. With their current 6-2 record, sitting comfortably atop the division, they've been looking to solidify their roster even further, especially on the defensive line, which has seen some recent struggles due to injuries and inconsistent play. And it looks like there's a budding rumor that could really shake things up, not just within their division but across the conference. According to some credible leaks and insider reports, particularly from Reggie Diana Rossini, the Houston Texans are contemplating a significant trade move that could have ripple effects for the Bills and the entire AFC playoff picture. The Texans, currently sitting at 4-4, are dealing with some issues on their defensive front. Their defensive line, in particular, has been a bit of a concern. They're giving up around 24 points per game, which isn't terrible but isn't enough for a team that wants to be a serious contender either. Their run defense, allowing an average of 115 yards per game, has also been under pressure, especially in games where they've struggled to contain the ground game. Now, the rumor is that Houston is looking to move Sheldon Rankins, a player who has been a key interior disruptor for them, in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026. The idea behind this move is to free up cap space, around $10 million, to sign or retain more wide receivers, which fits Houston's rebuild plans, especially considering they're also trying to build around their young quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Sheldon Rankins, for those who might not be fully familiar, is a stout, powerful interior lineman, someone who can really anchor a defensive front. He's got a career total of 52 sacks, which is impressive for an interior player, and has been very effective in clogging running lanes with 98 tackles for loss. His PFF grade hovers around 86. 7 for run defense, which makes him one of the more disruptive interior linemen in the league. In 2025, up until September 15th, he's recorded 6 sacks, 14 pressures, and faced double teams 33% of the time. His expected points added per sack is at an impressive -0.47, indicating he makes a tangible impact when on the field. Despite dealing with a minor hamstring injury that limited him to just 6 games, Rankins has been a Pro Bowler and frequently evokes comparisons to some of the best interior disruptors in recent NFL history, like Geno Atkins, thanks to his power and ability to collapse the pocket. Now, the Texans see this as an opportunity not just to get a solid player, but to kickstart a partial rebuild. They're betting that acquiring a player with Rankins' talent can help them develop a more competitive defense, even if it's just for a playoff push this season. The odds of winning the AFC South are not in their favor, with the Jaguars and Titans showing strong performances, but Houston's front office is clearly thinking ahead. The trade, if it happens, would be similar to what the Colts did last year, making strategic moves to dump some veteran contracts and focus on building through the draft and young talent. Switching gears now to what this means for the Bills. As we all know, Buffalo's defense has been a key part of their success this season, but recent injuries on the defensive line have tested their depth. Ed Oliver, their star interior lineman, has been out with a pectoral injury, and Daquan Jones has also been sidelined with a calf problem. These absences have put additional pressure on the Bills' front four. That's where Sheldon Rankins could come into play. If Buffalo manages to acquire him, it would be a game changer. Rankins would not only provide immediate depth, but also elevate the overall performance of the defensive line. Imagine a Bills' defensive front with Rankins anchoring the middle, disrupting the run game and collapsing the pocket, freeing up edge rushers like Gregory Rousseau and Von Miller to get after the quarterback. That kind of interior presence could significantly reduce the yards per carry allowed by Buffalo, which currently hovers around 4-5 yards per attempt, a number that they'd love to bring down, especially against strong rushing teams like the Dolphins or Jets. Rankin's ability to plug gaps and generate interior pressure would also help in third down situations, where the Bills have struggled at times this season. Historically, Buffalo's defense has been built around a solid front four and aggressive coverage, and adding someone like Rankins could push their third down stop percentage from 56% to around 68%, making it much harder for opponents to sustain drives. And let's not forget, when discussing the Bills' outlook, that their offense is firing on all cylinders with Josh Allen leading the charge. Allen's play-action game, which has been a huge part of their offensive success, would see a boost with a fortified defensive line that can hold the line of scrimmage longer. That creates more opportunities for deep shots to their depth of wide receivers, especially with the recent injury to Gabe Davis, who has been a reliable target. The Bills are also looking to maximize their chances in the playoffs by ensuring their defense is as stout as possible, and acquiring a player like Rankins fits perfectly into that plan. Now, what about the impact on the division and the conference? Well, if the Bills strengthen their front with Rankins, it could tilt the balance of power further in their favor within the AFC East. The Dolphins, who are already a high-powered team with Tua Tagovailoa and their fast-paced offense, would face an even tougher challenge trying to run against a Bills defense that's now more disciplined and disruptive up front. The Jets, with their tough defense and an improving Zach Wilson, are also looking to contend, but Buffalo's upgraded front could give them the edge needed to secure their playoff positioning. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential move adds a layer of intrigue to the playoff race. The Bills, with their current 6-2 record, are eyeing a deep postseason run, and bolstering their defensive line is a strategic move to address some of their vulnerabilities. The AFC is stacked, with teams like the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals always lurking, but Buffalo's focus on improving their interior pass rush and run defense could be the missing piece that propels them even further. Remember, last season they fell just short in the AFC divisional round, and this season they're determined not to let anything slip away. Now, let's talk a little bit about the bigger implications. If the trade goes through, it's not just about adding a player like Rankins. It's about signaling that the Bills are all in this season. They're willing to make bold moves to maximize their chances at reaching the Super Bowl. With the team's core, especially Josh Allen, playing at a high level, the addition of a proven interior disruptor could be the final piece needed to elevate their defense to elite status. It's the kind of move that can change the narrative, especially in a league where every little advantage counts. And I have to mention that Sheldon Rankins, despite being a veteran, still has plenty left in the tank. His recent statistics and his reputation as a disruptive force in the interior line make him a perfect fit for what the Bills need right now. His ability to anchor against the run, combined with his pass-rushing skills, especially in twists and stunts orchestrated by Sean McDermott, could revolutionize their defensive approach. It's not just about stopping the run, but also about creating chaos in the backfield, forcing turnovers, and setting up their offense to capitalize on short fields. Of course, with any trade rumor, there are questions. Will the Texans actually pull the trigger? How will the Bills manage their cap space? And what impact will this have on their draft plans? These are all things to keep an eye on, but the signs are pointing towards a very real possibility that Sheldon Rankins could soon be wearing Bills colors. And that's a move that fans should be excited about, because it shows that the front office is serious about contending not just this year, but for years to come. In terms of the bigger NFL picture, it's a move that could have ripple effects. The AFC playoff landscape is already crowded with talented teams, but a stronger Bills defense with Rankins in the middle could be the difference maker. It could be the piece that pushes Buffalo over the top against powerhouse teams like the Chiefs or Bengals in January, especially in high-pressure playoff games where interior pressure and run defense are crucial. Plus, it sends a message to the rest of the league that Buffalo is not resting on its laurels, that they're willing to make bold moves to stay ahead. In conclusion, this rumored trade involving Sheldon Rankins is one of those stories that has the potential to reshape the division and the conference. The Bills are already a strong team, but with the addition of a player like Rankins, they could reach an even higher level of dominance. It's exciting to think about how this could play out in the coming weeks, especially as the trade deadline approaches. Will it happen? We'll have to stay tuned, but one thing is for sure. The Buffalo Bills are serious about making a deep playoff run, and this move could be the catalyst that gets them there. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Sheldon Rankins would be the perfect addition to elevate the Bills' defense even further? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him anchor that line and help secure a Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills organization. We love engaging with the passionate community of fans that keeps the Bills' spirit alive. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. We're in an exciting moment, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Bills.